everyone, welcome to Live Interactive English, and this is Karen.
Hello everybody, I am Shane.
Today we're looking at a lesson called The Secret Language of Plants. And the vocabulary words are gardener.
Gardener.
That gardener takes good care of our lawns.
Communicate.
Communicate.
It was a little hard to communicate with him because we don't speak the same language.
Compete.
Compete.
She competed in the race and won first place. Woohoo!
Replace.
Replace.
How do you do that? Replace.
Replace.
Yeah. I need to replace this old phone with a new one.
I thought this is a new phone.
But I want an even newer one.
Shane, probably.
Probably.
He's probably the strangest person I've ever met. Ow!
You're strange.
Okay, so we're talking about plants today.
So they can like talk to each other, huh?
Just like how I talk to you.
Yeah, they're like, hey buddy, what's up, man? And he says, I'm doing good, how are you? Like that?
Well, is that really how they communicate? Oh, I know. I've heard people say that if you say nice things to a plant, the plant will grow, you know, nice and tall.
Also, if you say, hey plant, you're looking great today, buddy.
Every single day you tell your plant that maybe it will grow taller. Is that true?
Yes, I don't think that's actually true. When they're saying that plants can communicate, what they mean is through chemical signals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the article today, we'll explain how they use chemical signals to communicate with each other.
So it's not communicating by listening.
It's not that kind where they're talking about some gossip or giving each other compliments. Not quite.
Really? Okay,
They don't have ears.
Then I guess I need to really pay attention.
Don't watch so many cartoons.
Okay. Enjoy today's lesson, guys.
All right, check it out.
The secret language of plants. Some gardeners insist that talking to plants helps them grow. While there is no proof that plants can understand human language, research shows that plants might communicate with each other.
Welcome to Live Interactive English Magazine. Today's lesson is called The Secret Language of Plants. Hi everyone, my name is Jeff.
The secret language of plants. Now,
It's not English.
No, I guess not. But when we talk about language, we usually talk about people talking to each other, communicating in some way. You might even say animals have a language, right? The meow of a cat or the bark of a dog can give information. But plants are famous for being fairly quiet. So how do plants have a language? Well, let's read on to find out. I hope we don't have to listen too closely.
No. Anyways, some gardeners insist that talking to plants helps them grow.
Oh, I've heard this before. Sure.
You've heard that talking to plants helps plants grow.
Absolutely, or playing them nice music. If you play them Mozart, they might grow better than if you play them heavy metal or something like that. Prince Charles talks to his plants too. He's famous for it, and he's also
a good gardener?
He's a famous gardener. He's a very enthusiastic gardener. A gardener, this noun is basically a person, a job, something that you do. It could be your professional work, how you make your money, or it could be just a hobby, but a gardener is a person who takes care of a garden. That's basically all that they do. They go out there and tend to the plants, they water the plants, they put the seeds in, they cut back the weeds, they take care of any worms or other things that are eating the plants. It could be, as I said, a job. You could work for a city in the parks taking care of the gardens, or if you're lucky enough to have a yard or just even some pots out there on your balcony and you water your plants, you are acting as a gardener at that moment. For example, that gardener takes good care of our lawns. This must be a professional. They come and cut the grass, water the grass, take care of the plants, trim the trees, and keeping all the plants and others looking very healthy and happy.
And these people must be really rich. They have not one but many lawns and they have to hire a gardener to take care of their lawns and their plants. Amazing.
They're fancy.
I wish that I were rich. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on. It says, while there is no proof that plants can understand human language, research shows that plants might communicate with each other. So no one has ever heard a plant make an utterance of any kind. Dolphins, no problem. You can hear dolphins squeak and squeal all the time. Plants, though, they remain quiet until, let's say, a big tree falls over, and then that makes a loud sound, but that is not communicating. Okay? When you communicate, you make yourself known to another person or thing. You express yourself to that person or that thing. And I say that thing because dogs, they can understand what you say to them as long as it's very simple. You can make yourself known to that dog. It can understand what you're saying. You can communicate with that dog. You can communicate using words and language, or you can communicate using gestures, okay? That's what communication is all about. For example, it was a little hard to communicate with him because we don't speak the same language. You couldn't express yourself. You didn't have the words because that person is speaking a different language. Anyways, folks, it's time for us to take a break, but don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。今天的课文标题是 The Secret Language of Plants， 植物的密语。植物怎么可能会讲话呢？不过倒是有一些人会对着他们的植物盆栽讲话，就像跟宠物聊天一样。那么课文提到说，有一些园丁坚称对植物说话可以帮助它们成长，甚至有些人还会放音乐给植物听哦。要想要让它长得更好，就放更优美的音乐。那虽然没有证据显示说植物可以听懂人类的语言，但是有研究显示，植物可能会互相沟通。好，先来看 garden 这个动词呢，它有从事园艺的意思。那我们的单字 gardener 它表示园丁或是花匠。那么 communicate 这个动词它表示沟通交流，像是资讯思想上或是感情上的交流都可以用 communicate 来表达。那这个动词后面常常会搭配介系词 with。再来看补充单字 research 它表示研究调查，它也有探索的意思。刚刚 Jeff 老师说没有人听过植物讲话或是发出声音，那么 utter utter 这个动词它表示说出或是发出声音。Jeff 老师是用到它的名词 utterance utterance 表示话语、言论或者是发声、表达。接回课文中。
The Secret Language of Plants. A recent study showed corn seedlings produced chemicals in the soil when their leaves were touched by the leaves of other plants. These chemicals encouraged the plants to grow more leaves rather than roots in a crowded environment, which allowed them to compete with their neighbors. Scientists also found out that chemicals produced by one plant can have an effect on another through the soil. They brushed the leaves of a corn seedling to copy the feeling of leaves from another one, which made the corn seedling try to grow more leaves. They then took out the plant from the soil and replaced it with a new one, which also tried to grow more leaves.
All right, folks, let's go ahead and learn some science, okay? Before the break, we talked about how plants might be able to communicate with one another. In fact, some plants apparently respond to music, which is kind of amazing. Anyways, more on the science. Get this. A recent study, some research, some scientific research, a recent study showed corn seedlings produced chemicals in the soil when their leaves were touched by the leaves of other plants. Now, here we're talking about a seedling. A seedling is a young plant that is just broken out of its seed, hence seedling.
So one of those little green shoots that comes out of the ground as soon as the plant really begins to grow. If the leaves touch almost like the plants are holding hands, then they seem to produce happy, healthy chemicals. It says these chemicals encourage the plants to grow more leaves rather than roots in a crowded environment, which allowed them to compete with their neighbors. So it's also a way for the plants to sort of say, hey, I'm here too. We're next to each other. Grow more leaves. Don't grow your roots. Otherwise, we'll start to sort of crowd each other out. They'll be competing with their neighbors, and of course that could be unhealthy for all of the plants in general. Very, very interesting stuff. Anyways, to compete, this verb basically means to take part in some kind of competition. If you play in a game or enter a contest, you are competing with the other people in the game or in the contest. Someone will win, someone will lose, but everyone will take part in the game. Now, we can also talk about animals and everything in nature competing. It's not a game, but basically you're trying to be the healthiest and the strongest and have the best life you can, while people or animals around you are also trying to do the same thing. So it's kind of saying that, you know, we're all here together, but we're all trying to do the best for ourselves at the same time. Back to the contest or the game, our example sentence says, she competed in the race and won first place. So she was actually part of a competition.
There you go, everyone. It's science. It's evolution in action. Corn seedlings, if they grow up and touch other plants, sense other plants in the area, that corn seedling is going to choose, okay, to grow more leaves and not roots. Now, this isn't a conscious decision, but this is still pretty cool. The more leaves you have in a crowded environment means you can out-compete your neighbors. You can take in more sunshine and grow bigger and stronger, which is super, super cool. Now, more on science. Get this. Scientists also found out that chemicals produced by one plant can have an effect on another through the soil. So this is happening under the ground there. How cool.
That's right, that's right. By touching or even by scientists recreating how the leaves will touch. It says the scientists, they brushed the leaves of a corn seedling to copy the feeling of leaves from another one, which made the corn seedling try to grow more leaves. So not only will the plants do it, but people can do it too. They can sort of recreate the same situation and get the same result. They then took out the plant from the soil and replaced it with a new one, a new plant, which also tried to grow more leaves. So these plants weren't touching. Somehow chemicals got into the soil, that's into the dirt or the ground, and when you put a new strange plant in there, it still picked up the same message. You can replace one plant for another and the same thing will happen. Something strange is going on.
It's happening underground there.
Amazing.
In the soil. How
so
cool.
They don't just have to touch.
There you go. All right, folks, let's go ahead and talk about the verb replace right now. In this experiment, scientists took one plant out of the ground and put a new one in its place. Okay, that's what the verb replace means. Okay, to replace is to take the place of something else. It's to substitute one thing for another. For example, I need to replace this old phone with a new one. I need a replacement phone, or I need the Apple Store to replace my old broken phone with a new one. All right, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a break, but don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
植物不会讲话，那它们要用什么方式沟通呢？有一项最新研究显示，玉米幼苗的叶子被其他植物的叶子碰到的时候，它会在土壤中制造化学物质。那这些化学物质呢，会促使这些植物在拥挤的环境中长出更多的叶子，而不是往下长出更多的根。这样一来呢，就会让它们可以跟旁边的植物竞争。好，单字 compete。它表示竞争，是当动词。它的名词是 competition。competition 是拼作 competition。那这个字表示竞争、比赛或是竞赛。好，那文中的 seedling 它表示幼苗或是秧苗。这个字其中的 seed 是种子，字尾的 ling 它有幼小的意思。好，课文接着提到，科学家呢，他们故意去碰 碰一株这个玉米幼苗的叶子，来仿效它被别的植物叶子触碰的感觉。结果还真的有造成那一株玉米幼苗长出更多的叶子。接着他们把那一株被碰触过的玉米幼苗从土壤中移走，再用一株新的玉米幼苗来取代。结果新的幼苗也有长出更多的叶子，这就证明说上一株幼苗所制造出的化学物质可以透过土壤来影响另一株幼苗。好，这边还有一个单字 replace。Replace 它是动词，表示以什么取代、接替，它还可以指替换。Replace A with B 就表示以 B 来取代 A。好，那它的名词是在字尾加上 ment 变成 replacement。Replacement 表示代替、取代，或者是代替者、代替物。Jeff 老师在解释单字时有提到 substitute。它是拼作 substitute， 那这个字可以当动词或当名词。当动词就表示用什么什么代替，或者是代替取代；那么当名词就表示代替者、代替物。另外，我们还可以用 take the place of somebody or something 来表达取代某人或是取代某事物。接回到课文中。
The secret language of plants.This is interesting because it shows that how plants grow is influenced by their neighbors. This is just the latest evidence of plants talking to each other, but probably won't be the last.
All right, folks, we have dropped a whole lot of science on you guys. And you might be wondering, well, why do I care? What does this have to do with how plants might or might not communicate? Well, this is interesting. You should care about it. This is interesting because it shows that how plants grow is influenced by their neighbors.
Ah, interesting. And this is just the latest evidence of plants talking to each other, but probably won't be the last. So yes, these plants are talking to each other, not with words and by speaking as people might, but they are communicating with each other. This is the first kind of evidence, or the latest evidence, we should say, but, as the sentence says there at the end, probably won't be the last. We're pretty sure that in the future, other evidence, other science will prove or show the other ways that plants communicate. Now, we can't say it's 100% because we're talking about science that might come about in the future, research that might be done in the future. So we can't be 100% sure, but we can say it probably will happen. Probably is an adverb that means most likely. There's a very strong chance that this will happen. If you look up in the sky and you see big black clouds forming and you hear the sound of thunder far away, you can say it's probably going to rain. Maybe something will change and the wind will blow the clouds away, but it's a 90% chance that it will rain. It will probably rain. For example, he's probably the strangest person I've ever met. I don't
look at me that
I don't know
way.
who that is.
I'm not strange
There might be a stranger person out there, but that guy is pretty weird. He's probably the strangest person I've met. All right. Our what do you think question asks, what do you find interesting about this article?
I find it interesting that plants do react to their environment. And I'm not talking about the presence of water or sunshine or anything like that. They react to the presence of other plants and then act accordingly. Okay, that's really super cool. A plant feels another plant nearby, senses that it's growing up in a crowded environment, and then decides that it needs to do something, i.e., make more leaves rather than put down deeper roots. And that is super, super cool. All right, folks, our lesson has come to an end, and it's now time for us to say bye bye.
Water your plants.
我们刚刚读到的那个最新研究啊，可以说是植物会彼此交谈的最新证据，但或许不会是最后一个。相信科学家们未来还会有更多更有趣的发现。我们最后来看单字 probably， 它是副词，表示可能、大 大概或是或许。那刚刚 Jeff 老师说到，植物会对其他植物的存在而做出反应，做出相应的行为，他觉得很有趣。那老师用到 react 这个动词 ，react 它是拼作 R-E-A-C-T。react 表示反应或是做出反应。老师还有用到 accordingly 这个副词它拼作 accordingly， 那它表示照着或是相应的。好了，那么以上是今天的讲解，同学们别走开，马上回来哦。大家好，我是 Hanny。在今天的课程中，我们要介绍2个文法重点。第一个是动词 insist 的用法，第二个是 proof 跟 evidence 的差异。首先，我们来学习动词 insist 的用法。第一种是表达坚称、坚持说什么什么，后面常常接 that 子句，那么 that 可以省略不用。例如 She insists that it's not her fault。他坚称那不是他的错。第二种是表达坚持要求、坚决认为，它的用法有2种。第一种是 insist on 加上名词或动名词，第二种是 insist that 主词 should 加上原形动词。那么句型中的 should 可以省略，只保留后方的原形动词。来看2个例句。He insisted on paying for our meals。他坚持要帮我们付餐点的费用。Her parents insisted that she should go see a doctor。也可以说 Her parents insisted that she go see a doctor。她爸妈坚决认为她一定要去看医生。最后，我们来学习 proof 跟 evidence 的差异。Proof 跟 evidence 都可以表达证据、证明或是成为证据之物，不过2者的意思及用法不同。Proof 可以当可数和不可数名词，那它是用来证明某事物为事实的具体依据，它是确定的结论。那么 evidence 它是不可数名词，必须搭配单数动词。如果要表达一项证据，要说 a piece of evidence。那么 evidence 它是用来暗示某件事可能为真的证据或是迹象等等。来看2个例句。There's no proof that he killed the woman。没有具体的证据证明他杀了那名女子。All the evidence suggests that he is guilty。所有的证据迹象显示他是有罪的。以上是今天的重点整理，我们下次见喽 ！See you next time. Bye.
上班碰到猪队友该怎么办？教你抱怨猪队友的实用句。今天我们要介绍的实用句型是：
欢迎收看就爱讲英文。
他是 J，
他是悠悠。
我跟你讲，上班真的很累啊，
所以要玩这种无聊
的梗。对，可是你知道，这就算了，你还遇到那个猪队友，还帮他收烂摊子、擦屁股，真的是。
对。俗话说得好，不怕神对手，只怕
猪队友。
好，那猪队友的英文怎么说呢？
真的有这句哦。
也类似的。OK， 我们英文里面有一句话叫做 "With friends like these, who needs enemies？"
哎呦。好像的一句话。
With friends like these, who needs enemies？ 有这一种朋友，那谁还需要敌人呢？
已经败啦。
对，有这样的朋友，谁还需要敌人
？With friends like these, who needs enemies？
对，所以你如果遇到一个猪队友，他做的事情，然后你很感叹的时候，你就
帮你弄。
With friends like these, who needs enemies？ 这样就好了。那当然，你如果要讲一个猪队友这样的话，其实我们可以用蠢这个字就好了，就是 dumb。
直接骂人家一个字就对了。
对
，dumb，OK，D-U-M-B。
那注意哦 ，M-B 在一起的时候，这个 B 是不发音的，所以 dumb。那像什么 climb 有没有？爬山那个爬 climb， 或者是坟墓有没有 tomb？T-O-M-B 那个 B 都是拿掉的。所以比如说我受不了 John 他是猪队友。I can't stand John。He's so dumb.
He's so dumb.
他好蠢，他是猪队友。
真的，他常会扯同事后腿啊，真的又笨呢，白痴。
扯后腿，
扯后腿也有这个英文吗？
也有类似的哈，就是 hold somebody back。
就直 直接讲啦。
Hold somebody back 就是把某个人 hold 住这样。所以 do me a favor，don't hold me back。
帮帮忙，别扯我后腿。
对，请你帮我一个忙哈，就是你不要做这些蠢事来扯我后腿。Don't hold me back.
Don't hold me back.
我刚刚讲说 do me a favor，就是 do somebody a favor，其实就是帮某个人一个忙这样。
真的，而且你知道猪队友他还喜欢把那种吃力不讨好工作丢给同事做。
就是烂差事丢给别人做，好，
糟糕，
吃力不讨好的东西呢，叫做 dirty work。
喂，肮脏的工作，
对
，dirty work，dirty
work，OK， 就是令人不愉快，这个不开心的东西。
比如说
，my coworker always asks me to do the dirty work.
My coworker always asks me to do the dirty work. 前面教的我真的受不了哎，我受不了哎，英文怎么说
？Can't stand， 或你后面可以加人或东西。I can't stand John. I can't stand something 之类的。
I can't stand my husband.
对，
不敢。
那受够了还有其他的说法啊，你可以说
我受够。
Be fed up with.
Be fed up with.
好，所以 I am really fed up with somebody something， 所以我真的是受够他了，受不了了。I'm really fed up with him.
I'm really fed up with him.
I'm really fed up with John. Jerry.
他真的
Jason. Jack. 没有，我都是讲 J 啦 ，J 的人的。
好，那我们来看今天的
Live action. What?
觉得 John.
Right.
I can't stand John. He's so dumb.
Right. Sometimes I want to tell him, do me a favor. Don't hold me back.
That's right. He always asks me to do the dirty work.
He really shouldn't. I'm so fed up with him.
Come on. John,